come on in so we can get started with the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 12, episode 19 review. Now, y'all already know they are still in Greece. They are still in Greece. And we left episode 18 at the height of the fight between Nene and Kenya. Now, Spitgate has come and gone. Spitgate has come and gone. Kenya done been on every single look, was on the Wendy show, was on E! News, was on People Magazine, was everywhere telling everybody, was on B! Snot, telling everybody that Nene has spat on her. Like, I didn't see any spittle. I didn't see any liquid eject from Nene's lip. All we saw was a little as she was eating popcorn seeds. Now, I don't know about you, but bravo. They edited the hell out of that because, you know, it was a good thing now. It was a good thing because, you know, I'm not advocating spitting on anyone. But that's why Nene was so adamant about, I should have spit on her. I would have spit on her. I wanted to spit on her. And that's also why Kenya, you know, was really, you know, careful with her words. And when she was on Wendy and she was like, she attempted to try to spit on me. And remember, I kept on like trying to break that down. What does attempted to try to spit on you mean exactly? They attempted to try, but didn't quite try and didn't quite do it. But anyway, I digress. But, you know, oddly enough, you know, Nene, they finally got to what may have been the crux of their issue, which is Kenya feels like Nene called her baby a buffalo. I want to salute Porsha for at least saying, Nene did not call your baby no damn buffalo. And first of all, you ain't had no baby yet. You know, you was pregnant. But, you know, shots was fired. And, you know, baby Brooklyn, you know, caught a little, you know, of the vitriol from Nene. And Nene, you know, apologized. She said, look, if I hurted you, if I did anything to offend you as a woman, I sincerely apologize. And Kenya was not listening. Kenya does not want the apology. Like, how many olive branches does Nene have to give? Like, we not already seen in the blogs. She sent text messages. She tried to give her a baby gift. She tried to do all these things, but Kenya feels some kind of way because Nene didn't check on her while she was pregnant, even though Nene was dealing with her own things with Greg and his cancer situation and her family situation. And look, her son, baby mama drama, all kind of things going on over there in the Leakes household. And Kenya wanted Nene to reach out and check on her. And, you know, I guess, you know, as far as Nene is concerned, she did. So she apologized. Kenya didn't want to hear it. Even Porsha in her confessional was like, damn, listen, take the apology, damn it. Meanwhile, we got messy ass Kandi and messy and look, wishy-washy Cynthia in their confessionals during this argument, giving they 2 cents. Cynthia over there, you know, they are part of the alliance. Cynthia, Kandi, and Kenya. Okay. Cynthia said, you know, Nene was being, you know, vulgar and disgusting. Meanwhile, you know, Kenya uses the C word freely, calling Tanya cunts and stuff. And Cynthia, won't even get on Cynthia because remember, Cynthia was calling people mother blah, 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 blah. It was some MFs and all kind of stuff going on out of Cynthia's mouth when they was in Toronto. So, I mean, and Kandi has cursed a time or 2 or 3 or 4. And let's not even, you know, Porsha has a gutter mouth, but we ain't gonna even put her in this. But all of the ladies seem to, you know, have said certain things that some would consider vulgar at a time or 2. So why is Cynthia in you know, in her confessional trying to make Nene seem like an angry black woman? I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. Also, Kandi, the whole the boring one, you know, the boring one, Kandi, who really ain't got no business in nobody else's business, but she sit up there and talk about everybody else's business but her own. Yeah, that one. Kandi gonna sit up there and say that what Nene did is terms for an ass whooping. Who is whooping ass around there? And you talk about being vulgar. I think that was quite vulgar, don't you? Don't you think it was vulgar for this businesswoman, this Real Housewife of Atlanta, to sit up in her confessional and advocate for violence, for ass little bitch. And I'm like, who fighting? Who is these 50-something-year-old women are not out here trying to windmill nobody. But again, I digress. So, you know, they seem to have kind of gotten to a place where, look, Nene apologized. It's up to Kenya to accept it. Kenya seems to not want to accept it, but she was like, I just say okay just to leave it alone or whatever. Then moving on. You know, Marlo and Nene, you know, they had their little moment. Marlo was asking Nene, will you support me? Will you support me while I confront Kenya? And of course, Nene was like, sure, I'll support you. You know, you're my friend. Of course, I'll support you. But, you know, did Marlo support Nene? I can't remember. I don't know. But anyway, I digress. But, you know, Nene sat there, you know, and then shut up while, you know, Marlo put the crown, you know, on her head and gave the crown to Kenya to put on her head so she can address some things. Marlo wanted to address the fact that Kenya had disrupted her wig lunch party, her I Am Her wig lunch party, by bringing in a whole 3-piece band saying, Kenya more hair care, Kenya more hair care. Y'all remember that? And Kenya was telling everybody, you shouldn't wear wigs. Your edge, you know, you need to have edges, blah, 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 blah. Then come to find out Kenya was wearing wigs all along, which we already knew. And Kenya got offended. So, of course, Marlo is doing an apology. Needless to say, Kenya decides she gonna get up and walk away. And it seems like the puppet master lost control of the puppet because Kandi trotted her ass right behind Kenya, trying to tell Kenya to sit down and listen. Like, how you gonna sit there and take all that abuse from Nene? Nene that called your cat dry, that said your marriage is a fake, that said that's why your husband left you because you're bipolar, and called you all kind of names, all kind of vulgar names. You sat there and took that because you knew Nene wasn't gonna bust a grape, but you got up. She left very, very quickly when confronted by Marlo Hampton, because we all know about mugshot Marlo. We all know Marlo has a history of kicking ass. Look, Marlo said many episodes ago, Google me, bitch. Google me. Google them charges, honey. You know, Marlo got, you know, she might be a booster and a stunner and all them other things people say, but Marlo be keeping them razor blades up under her tongue. You never know. So Kenya was not here. Kenya was not here for no kind of smoke from Marlo. She avoided Marlo like the plague and she left. Meanwhile, she won't sit there and talk to Marlo, but she sure pushed Kandi the hell out her way. Kandi, you done lost control of your puppet. You already done lost Cynthia. Now you losing Kenya. Then, you know, because Kenya pushed her away, it seems like Kandi kind of like, you know, Kenya might have knocked some sense into her. Because now all of a sudden, Kandi trying to hold Kenya accountable. Kandi has not held Kenya accountable for not nothing she did all season long. She didn't hold her accountable for almost ruining Cynthia's marriage, her engagement. She did not hold her accountable for that. All she did was went outside and vent and came back and everything was, you know, hunky-dory. She didn't hold Kenya accountable when they was at, what were they? The Belly Q, when Kenya told Cynthia to shut up. Nobody held Kenya accountable for that. They didn't hold Kenya accountable when, what was the other thing that Kenya did? Hold on, it was some more that Kenya did that Kandi didn't hold her accountable for. Oh, in Toronto, when Kenya kept speaking out of turn, when Nene and Cynthia was trying to make up, Kandi didn't hold her accountable for that. She did hold her accountable for bringing the cookie lady to the group, even though Kandi wasn't directly involved. She knew about it, and she admitted she knew about it because they told her about it. But Kandi was like, they told me about it off screen. So, you know, I just felt like it wasn't for me to interject. But it's for you to interject in everything else. It's for you to interject in this, the fight, calling for ass whoopings. But, you know, Kandi just trying to be seen. Just give Kandi her moment, because Kandi ain't got nothing else. Y'all did not care about her surrogate. Y'all did not care about her arguing with Ty over their businesses. Y'all clearly did not care about anything that's going on in her life. So she's gonna, you know, put her hand in everybody else. Where is Eva? Exactly. Where is she? There she go. And look, I would be remiss if I didn't, since y'all gonna bring up Eva, she wasn't even in this episode, but since y'all gonna bring her up, Eva still hadn't had this baby by the time they was in Greece. Eva still hadn't had that baby. I told y'all it was all a stunt in the show. Eva was trying to be a part of the alliance, you know, to freeze Nene out, but clearly we spotted her for her works, and we all saw, damn, the damn leopard party was in August. Here we are in damn, I don't even know when did they go to Greece? I don't know. Whatever it was, she still hadn't had that baby. It had been like a month later. But I digress. You said we don't care about Eva either. Y'all so funny. What else happened? Hold on, let me think. So Kandi, Cynthia, and Kenya sit around, you know, after the whole situation went down the night before, where Kenya, you know, walked out all explosively and, you know, tried to push Kandi in the bushes. But they sat and talked about it. You can tell Kandi was in her feelings, because we all know Kandi can hold a grudge, honey. Kandi was like, you didn't embarrass me on the camera. You didn't push me away. And I am the reason that you are back on the show. How dare you, you know, push me? And then you notice that Kandi hit Kenya. Kandi slapped the shit out of Kenya's arm, and Kenya was like, oh, she tried to play it out. She was like, oh, it's swelling. Oh my God, it hurts so bad. She was trying to laugh, but they was on camera. You already know Kandi was like, I'm gonna get her ass back. I'm gonna smack the shit out of her for almost pushing me in them damn bushes. But again, while they were sitting there for the first time in history, Kandi told Kenya, we all have been through a whole lot more than what you are trying to hold Nene accountable for. Hell, you know, I was accused of rape. You know, Cynthia, you know, was kicking people in the cootie cat on the boat. It's been all kind of things. Hell, Porsha and drug Kenya from here to Timbuktu by her damn Kenya Moore hair care hairpiece, you know, across the stage in front of Andy during the reunion. Like, it's been so many things that these women have gone through that did not kind of equate to what Nene did or did not do, as opposed to calling her while she was pregnant and fake married. So, you know, it's interesting. Like, I'm just like, okay, Kandi, you know, for once we see you trying to stick your toe in a little bit and try to like clear some things up, since you haven't been all season long. We'll give you that, Kandi. Bravo, Kandi. We'll give you that. I see all the Kandi trolls in the chat. I see y'all. That's okay. That is quite okay. Then we saw Nene twirling in. Did you catch that shade when Nene twirled in with Tanya and Porsha to discuss the events from the night before? Nene she just was so unbothered. She was like, I am gone with the wind. And Kenya is such a weak-minded individual that she can't stand up to Marlo. Let's all sit and talk about it. And I was like, why wasn't Marlo in that little powwow? That was kind of interesting too. But you know, there's that. Nene found out in their little sit down that, you know, Tanya didn't feel like things had been resolved because they kind of got interrupted in the middle of it. But, you know, apparently, you know, they in a beautiful, you know, in Greece, and they're willing to let bygones be bygones. You said Kenya Moore didn't have a Kenya Moore hairpiece. Wait a minute, I missed that. What y'all say? Oh, I missed that comment. I'm sorry. Hold on. Oh, she had go naked hair pieces. Okay, she had go naked hair pieces. She didn't have no Kenya Moore hairpiece. Shout out to SPF. I see y'all in here. So, you know, Kandi decides, you know, she's going to take control of the situation, because clearly they didn't like the way Porsha and Tanya, you know, allowed things to get out of hand. I felt like, you know, the ruin party was great. You know, it was what we have been waiting for all season, all these confrontations. Everybody needs to confront Kenya. I don't understand why Kandi still feels the need to tiptoe around Kenya and her situation, because, you know, when she was trying to bring her back to the ruins party, you know, Kenya was all, oh, my life is in ruins. Oh, I'm dealing with enough right now. I don't want to deal with this shit. Well, Kenya, everybody else was dealing with stuff and they didn't want to deal with you. Nene was dealing with Greg's cancer. She didn't want to deal with you. Phaedra was dealing with Apollo allegedly texting you on the side. She didn't want to deal with you. Who else? Kim Fields was dealing with being on the show for the first time while you was calling her husband gay. She didn't want to deal with you. Porsha was dealing with Cordell when, you know, he was allegedly, you know, sleeping with Andrew Caldwell. She didn't want to deal with you either. Didn't nobody want to deal with the shit, Kenya. But yet you was in everybody's face while they was going through shit. So people are going to be in your face while you going through shit too. I'm just saying, why should Kenya be exempt? I do not care. Y'all can say I hate Kenya. I don't care where it's Team Twirl. It's some Team Twirl in the building. It's some Team Twirl. Kenya is always the victim. Exactly. Exactly, Beverly K. Child, my sinuses got me. Oh, it's my sinuses, y'all. Don't. I'm just letting y'all know it's my sinuses. Anyway, let me see what else. Kenya inserting herself and coming after Porsha in season 5 is still crazy and inappropriate. I'm glad some of y'all got good memories because apparently others do not. And I'm still on the ruins party. Why I keep bouncing back to the ruins party? But you know, clearly I'm forgetting shit. But in the ruins party, when Marlo brought up, you know, the fact that Kenya, you know, tried to mess up her situation, her wig lunch, why is it that Kenya all of a sudden gonna bring up some shit from 3 years ago, talking about, well, you said this about my mama. You said my mama didn't love me. Kenya, you said your mama didn't love you. Why are you worried about what Marlo said? You said it. Nobody would have known. We don't care. You've been trying to be this lost child ever since you came on the show, and you try to use that for sympathy every chance you get. You are 50 years old. By now you should have, you know, had therapy, sought help, did something to to overcome all the stuff that you've gone through, Kenya. We do not have sympathy for you anymore, okay? So Marlo has even apologized. We talked about this on Patreon last night, and I know Nene mentioned it during her live earlier today, but you know, I said it first, just so y'all know. I am not repeating what Nene said. I said this last night. Patreon members, correct them in the chat when they say this, when they start, you know, coming for me. But Marlo actually apologized to to Kenya about, you know, saying that about her mother at Nene's white party. Remember, we talked about that on Patreon last night. And so why is she still trying to like act like that is why she came through there with a marching band? That is not why you came through there with a marching band. You came there through a marching band because you are evil and you are back and you trying to like make your mark on the show. That is why. We all know why you came with a marching band, because you ain't making enough money and you trying to like do what you can, pull all the stunts, all the shows, be a part of the episode because you need this cash because you didn't make it. You didn't make it in the last season, and I'm not mad at you. I would probably do the same. I'm just saying. I would do the same. Let me see what y'all saying. Okay. So they go to the beach. Wait a minute. Let me ring it back. So that was the ruins party. We talked about that. We talked about Marlo apologizing. We talked about Kandi trying to make Kenya come back, but she wouldn't. We talked about the three amigos meeting. Now you can see it's clearly lines drawn in the sand between the ladies. You know, it used to be the talls and the smalls. Now it's the pretty petty girls versus the three blind mice. I don't know what to call the teams this year. What are we calling the teams this year? We got Kandi, Cynthia, and Kenya, and we got Porsha, Tanya, and now Nene. And I don't know where Marlo is, and Marlo is kind of on the fence. Eva ain't even there, so she don't even matter. So you know, the ladies decide to do some little team building. Kandi has taken everything back from Porsha. You know, she is now, you know, leader Kandi. So she decides to do a team building exercise on the beach with the ladies. Now, I have to give everybody their props, okay? Everybody look good in their bikinis. You can't say that any of these 30-something, 40-somethings, 50-somethings women did not look good in their swimwear. They all look good. Some of us ain't able. Like, you know, I look cute in my swimwear, but I ain't gonna put no pictures up. I'm not putting no pictures up. But you know, even Kenya with her fake booty and her fake hips, you know, she looked good. You can't say she didn't look good after having a baby. Kenya, her fake booty. But I digress. So all the ladies looked amazing. They head to the beach. They were partnered up with each other for some team building that I thought was hilarious. Cynthia and Marlo, Nene and Porsha, Tanya and Kenya and, you know, team captain Kandi. So why is it that I got my life with Porsha dragging Nene through the sand? Like, y'all think Nene is huge. Clearly she ain't that big, and Porsha can carry her on her back. That was hilarious. As you can see, it seems like Tanya, you know, she's all loving, like she didn't pretty much forgave Kenya. They've been giggling and laughing this whole time, despite the fact that they had not necessarily had a full on-air conversation about the cookie lady. They're still able to get along and be cordial with each other. So, you know, they did pretty well, and they even won the first challenge. Cynthia and Marlo, on the other hand, child, Marlo, like, what the hell was going on with that situation? First of all, clearly Cynthia does not know how to give directions. It's just so many things I could do to sit here and read the situation, because Marlo, they were supposed to be blindfolded, and the other partner was supposed to tell them how to get to the destination in front of them, you know, by verbally directing them. So one person was, you know, giving the instructions, and the other person was taking the direction. Marlo didn't have no directions to take. Marlo was just standing there like, what should I do? What should I do? Cynthia, or what? I don't know what the editors did, but we didn't hear Cynthia giving any directions. Then when it was time to switch up, Marlo got Cynthia back and ended up making her sit on the ground. That was hilarious. That was hilarious. So for the last night in Greece, and let me know if I'm skipping anything. I'm sure y'all tell me in the calls, but you know, I watched this a couple of days ago, so my mind might be a little furry, but I feel fuzzy, but I feel like I'm touching on the most pertinent points. On the last day of their Grecian vacation, all the ladies decided to dress up in, you know, Grecian, what attire. They decided that they would do a little role play. The tragedy in 6 acts. That's where the whole thing came from last episode. But now this episode, Kandi and Cynthia are going to reenact some dramatic scenes between Nene and Kenya. And it should be several, because, you know, they always, look, everybody keeps saying they two sides of the same coin. Nene got an attitude and she's narcissistic. Kenya got an attitude and she's evil. Like, they all got their fans and they all had their challenges. So it would be interesting to see how they actually will work it out. However, they didn't get a chance to do it because Nene decided that she wasn't going to sit through it. You know, do you blame her? Do you blame her? If you're going to have 2 of the 3 blind mice, you know, reenacting scenes, do you feel like that Kandi and or Cynthia would have even given Nene, you know, a good representation? I don't know. I would have loved to have seen it, though. I wish she would have sat there. Meanwhile, Nene was like, I gotta pee, I gotta go. And she said she was going to the bathroom and she was not coming back. She was not coming back. So that was, you know, I don't blame her. But, you know, Bravo kind of, you know, got y'all with that too, because trying to make it seem like she had some more drama with production, because, you know, that's everybody's go-to. Nene beat up the cameraman. Nene beating up everybody. Nene. But you did see production like trying to get her to come back, and she was like, shoot, y'all didn't make Kenya come back. I ain't coming back either, honey. I got a pack. It's time to go. You said I put Nene in the pretty group. Nene is pretty. You don't think Nene is pretty? There are no ugly women in this group. I don't care what you say. I don't care how you form it. I don't know what I mean. Y'all can call all these ladies something different. We call Kandi boring. We call Cynthia wishy-washy. We can call Porsha Ghetto fabulous. We can call Marlo a booster. We can call Nene narcissistic. We can call Tanya, you know, bubbly, loving light. We can call Kenya evil. We can call them all kind of things, but you can't call none of them ugly. I don't know why y'all be doing that. I just don't get it. But again, you said, yeah, she told the producer, don't tell her what to do. She did. But look, Kenya probably told the producer, don't tell her what to do either when she left, but we didn't get to see that part. We didn't get to see it. But, you know, y'all let me know what y'all think about this episode. If y'all just get here, go ahead and like it. I see we got 425 in the chat. Like this video and subscribe if you haven't already.